This for my baby. Gxlden.Chvld.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, the Golden Child, and we're back with another video. As you can see, I'm not alone. I'm here with a handsome gentleman. This is my boyfriend, Gavin.
Hi, nice to meet you.
But we're here to do an interracial relationship video, and yeah, let's get right into it. We are gonna start with our race and ethnicity. I am a Haitian American, and Gavin is a whole bunch of things. I'll let him tell you.
I am part Cherokee Indian and Lebanese, Syrian, and French and Italian. See, I view myself as just white, but my family just kind of tells me all this stuff. So
Also, that might sound weird, but he is adopted also. He was raised as white, but he has like lots of like familial background history, but he mostly identifies as white because that's pretty much all he's known. But
which is very interesting.
something that anyone in an interracial relationship has to deal with oftentimes is people staring. It's very annoying. And it's gotten to the point where me and Gavin kind of just like stare at the people back because it's funny, especially kids.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. She started noticing it first, and I really didn't pay attention to her because, when I'm out in public, I'm more focused on her. I don't care about what everybody else is doing. And then she started like mentioning it, and she wanted me to take notice, and I started taking notice a little bit more. And she's right. People do start staring.
Yeah, I just stare at people out myself, but not in like a weird way, but I'm very aware of my surroundings, so if someone is staring at me or us, I notice, whereas like he just looks at me a lot because he likes to look at me, because that's love.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you can read the next one. Oh wait, yeah, you should read that one.
The next one we would like to talk about is my mom. Personally, our family together, but personally, my mom has been a big issue between the both of us. Because my mom is very special in a sense. She's like 69 years old. She's 70 now, and she's been raising me for a long time, and she has a lot of experience with children.
Oh yeah, that's his adoptive mom, by the way.
Yeah, my adoptive mom. Yes. But she has made it very difficult with me and my girlfriend. She is an amazing girl. She's amazing, but she can't seem to understand that, whether it's her skin color or I don't know. It's just she just thinks my girlfriend is a bad influence on me, and I really don't understand why. And we've tried a lot to make her understand, but she just doesn't seem to understand.
Yeah, his mom could be like a whole video on its own, but in regards to my mom was more receptive of him than I would have thought. That's another story also, but when my mom did meet Gavin, she thought he was like a very nice guy. I didn't necessarily like want them to meet the way that they did meet, but it's like I said, that's like another video on its own. But when they did meet, my mom was pretty receptive of him. She thought he was a gentleman, and yeah, it went pretty good, better than things with Gavin's mom actually.
Yeah.
But so another thing I wanted to bring up, guys, is it was weird for me kind of to be in an interracial relationship because it's my first interracial relationship. It's actually my first relationship as a whole. Like I've dealt with guys, of course, but like in regards to like taking the next step and making it an actual relationship, Gavin is like the first one to have done so. But something that makes it easier being in an interracial relationship is Gavin, of course, he's white, but he has lots of like diversity in regards to his friends. Like I don't think you have any white friends actually.
No, I don't have a lot of white friends. They all kind of just cut themselves off from me. They moved on. But it's really the more like people with more background and interracial backgrounds and people that stuck around with me.
Yeah, like he has lots of different types of friends. He has Puerto Rican friends.
Mm-hmm.
He has lots of black friends. There's just lots of diversity there. So of course I had to get used to him like dating a boy who's white. But in regards to like all of his friends, like I can like relate with them also. So that made it easier as a whole.
Yeah.
What have your friends said about like you dating black girls?
My friends, they were very like supportive of me. They were very shocked at first because every white person in school, from what I saw, for to a certain point, were like sticking by their own race, where they really did, and it kind of shocked them because I really have only dated black girls, which is it may be a preference, but it's not like I'm a very open person. I go after any girl that captures my heart, but growing up in a school where that was the majority, and I was more comfortable than white people because a lot of the white people were kind of like druggies, and they were just not very nice people, or just some of them really didn't want to talk to me. I'm a nerd, but but yeah, so I just started experimenting with that, and I got very comfortable, and I'm very happy right now in an interracial relationship. I wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah.
In regards to me, what friends say, I found it like super funny. My friends were like super surprised about me dating a white boy, because I was honestly that person who was like, date a white boy? Why? Ew, I like black guys. I mean, I still like black guys. Me dating a white guy doesn't mean I no longer like black guys. It's just it wasn't ever his skin color really. I liked him because he's a genuinely great person, and he treats me amazingly. We can make like another video about that. So we can like branch off with a whole bunch of videos from this video, like how we met, how we started dating, all of that. But my friends have said all kinds of like interesting things, like asking me what it's like to like date a white boy, like how is it different, like people also saying because Gavin treats me so well that like they should like find them a white guy too. And like I made a point to like mention to them, it's not about him being white, he's just like a genuinely like great person. So it's about finding someone who complements you and your life, all of those things. It's not necessarily about race, because there's like bad in every race really. But yes, also this is my first interracial relationship again, but he has always had a thing for chocolate, right, babe?
Mhm.
Yeah. But yes, some people, something that interracial couples are asked often is something interracial couples are asked is if they've had like better experiences being in an interracial relationship rather than not being. Something people in interracial relationships are asked a lot also is if they have had better experience being in an interracial relationship rather than not being in one. But it's like I said, it being my first relationship, I can't really speak on that. I've talked to guys, of course, but yeah, I suppose in a certain sense, it might be easier dating someone your own race just because of all the like prejudice in the world and everything. But in regards to like a better experience, Gavin has been my best experience thus far, and I don't necessarily believe that has anything to do with his skin color. He's just like a really great person. But
Same here. It's been my best experience.
yeah, you can read the next one.
The next thing we want to talk about is dating my own race. I have never really dated my own race. I've never got that chance to really be in a relationship, is what I'm trying to say. Of course, you had back maybe in elementary school, you're just experimenting. You want to see what it's like to date the opposite race and everything. It wasn't really a relationship.
You
All
also
my
dated in high school too.
Yes, but not white people. I have not
Oh yeah,
dated white people.
yeah.
So yeah, I've only really dated black girls.
Stereotypes. In regards to dating someone white, I did think about the stereotypes also, because for of course there are like the big ones like white people don't use seasoning. Um,
Hmm.
well, recently actually, because Valentine's Day was the other day, Gavin did cook for me, and he was like, I went out and bought seasoning, and I was like, hooray! But yeah, there are all kinds of stereotypes surrounding white people, but the like really big important stereotypes I knew off the bat didn't apply to him. Like for example, the stereotypes of white people being racist. I was able to get a gist of Gavin's character before we started dating because we had worked at the same job. So I was around him a lot. I got to see what type of person he was. I got to like see kind of like what stereotypes did and did not apply to him, and like figure out if I wanted to involve myself with him or not before we got to the point of dating. But in regards to like stereotypes about black girls, what do you think, babe?
Um, Stereotypes of black girls are usually that they are loud or that um see, I'm not really key with the stereotypes. I just thought it was something. I don't think them as stereotypes. I think them as like something. It's a character trait. I don't really follow a lot of the stereotypes. But with her, I don't look at her and see any stereotypes. All I know is I keep in track with her routines and stuff. She just does things that she normally would do because she is her own person. So personally, I don't know anything about stereotypes. I know my stereotypes, being subjected to them and told that. I've been told constantly of stereotypes about myself, but not so much the other way around. Because I haven't been around white people to really tell me any stereotypes, except for my mom. But
Another thing that we want to talk about. Well, this is mostly like directed towards me, but like being a pro black person and being in an interracial relationship, something that I've seen all over social media and that like I've just like heard in general is that being in an interracial relationship, dating someone besides another black person would deteriorate your pro blackness, and I do not agree with that because I would say I was a very like pro black person before I started to date Gavin. And again, I didn't start to date Gavin because he was white or anything of that nature. I decided to date him because he's a great person. He treats me amazing. We honestly click, and I saw you smile. But yeah, it wasn't like me dating him doesn't change my personality, what I stand for, my morals, or any of that. Like he's just who I've decided to date, and me dating him, I've tried to inform him of like issues in the black community and like inform him and make sure he knows these things like dating me, and that yeah, he's just aware of everything and aware of like all the issues in the black community, and he's aware that like when we do eventually have kids or something, that like they will be black and he has to learn how to deal with lots of things. But anyone in an interracial relationship, you guys know what I'm talking about, and all of that. It's just as a whole, it's a process.
and I really enjoyed that when she said it because it showed how dedicated she was and how passionate she was about um, matters that should be important to her and to everyone, and it was really attractive, and and I really just love that about her. So I really wanted to experience that with her and listen to her and do more research with her, and it really was. I thank her for it.
Something I've heard like people like comment about, well, people talk about in interracial relationships is like people commenting in public, maybe saying something nasty to them or anything. But no one has said anything bad to us. If anything, like Gavin has told me, because sometimes I'm like oblivious. Like if we're in the city going somewhere, I'm like focused on going, but he might like. I remember you told me when we were around Boston one time, a lady walked by us and she was like, "Oh, you guys are so cute."
Mm-hmm.
So like the people who think negatively don't say anything to us. They might just stare, give us like a bad look. They don't
At
say
least we
anything.
haven't experienced that yet.
Yeah,
We're hoping that we don't have to.
yeah. But oh, you can address this one.
Oh, so being around her, I am very touchy, and not in a touchy way, but usually my face is always somehow touching her face, whether it's, kissing or just simply, rubbing my cheeks against her. It's not weird, but there's always makeup on my face. And it usually comes off orange, and people say I look like I have Cheetos, like crumbs and stuff everywhere, and Cheetos cheese all over me. But it's just really cute because it shows you how much I am like close to her and how comfortable she is with me too. And
Oh yeah, I always get annoyed with him because I do my makeup like so nice, and then he has to come kiss me and rub
mm-hmm.
off the makeup on my nose,
Yup.
and then my lipstick all over his lips, and I have to reapply like 11,000 times,
Mm-hmm.
and it's annoying.
Yup.
And that's like another thing, I guess, being an interracial relationship. If you were dating someone white and their makeup got all over you, it wouldn't really be the same because the makeup would look more like your skin color. But yeah, I just get brown all over him, and it's funny.
Yes.
Oh yeah, something else dating someone white. It's not necessarily because he's white, but like something I've. And then another thing is like oftentimes in an interracial relationship, something I've seen that I really don't like is it's normally with a black guy and a white girl, that type of interracial relationship. The black guy convinces the white girl or something like that, or she already does it, that it's okay to say nigga and it's not okay. Because like for example, I wouldn't ever like tell Gavin that it's okay to say that. Um but yeah, I've just never found that okay, like to give like non-black people a pass to say so. And I actually say that a lot, but again, I don't find myself saying that around him because he's white and I don't want him to say it. So it's just like it's not as though I'm filtering myself either, because it's, while I use that word a lot when I'm around my black friends, I can have perfectly fine conversation without using it. It's not that big of a deal. It's just yeah, I would never advise in an interracial relationship you let the other like non-black person think that it's okay to say that, because it's not respectful of the rest of your race, and it's just inappropriate, I feel like.
And that's why I've never said it. Personally, my friends are always saying it. It's constant. It's over and over and over and over again. Um, and they don't they don't have to filter it around me. I don't ask them to filter it. I don't really care. But I never say it. They give me as many passes as they want, and sometimes they even get upset that I don't say it sometimes because they want me. They think maybe I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable enough to say it. Like they think like I'm gonna think they're gonna get angry at me, and that's probably why they want me to feel more comfortable saying it. But they understand when I tell them that it's out of respect for me and for them mostly. It's out of respect for just everybody around me. It's just like it's just something I don't say, and I don't want to say. I never had a desire to say it, and I'm glad she does filter it around me because and she doesn't struggle to do it either. I don't even find herself slipping up either. So it's just like a thing that she doesn't have to say around me, and we both feel comfortable because of that.
um Another thing is mixed kids. There's often this. Well, this is, I guess, another like stereotype that like any like black girl who wants to like date a white guy and have mixed kids. There's like a self hate there or something like that. But yeah, I've always wanted to have fully black children, and that's something that even with him we can still achieve that because he's adopted himself, and we've thought about adopting kids when we do get to that point. Are you like zoning off? I see you like zoning out a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
But yeah, we thought about like everything in that regard.
Also has nothing against having mixed kids with me. It's just doesn't mind.
Yeah, I'm not against it either. And then like both of us are always like pointing out cute babies to each other and everything, and we're like, oh, that's what our baby's gonna look like and everything. It's just cute. I like all kinds of kids. It was never like a favoritism.
Really. Me and her, we see a lot of interracial couples together, and she loves pointing them out. And I really find it cute because when I'm at work and I see an interracial couple, I always catch myself staring at them. The only reason why I do that is just because I like to see it. It just kind of just makes me feel like I'm not the only one, and that other people are learning to accept other races same as me, and it's just really nice to see, especially when they were the baby, you know, that they can have that connection together, and that they're that comfortable and they're making their life together, and of course wanting to make a life with this beautiful woman right here. It's nice to see that other interracial couples have made it, and they're having kids and they're happy. It's just really nice to see that in public, and that's probably why I stare at them and I observe them. You know, makes me feel nice inside.
Mm. And dating him too, it made me realize how many of my friends were or are in interracial relationships, because I never like noticed for the most part. I just saw two people dating, but like when I really think about it, one of his best friends is in an interracial relationship. Also, one of my best friends is actually like two of my best friends are, and it's just a really common thing now, and that's like a beautiful thing that it's so common now. But yeah, it's nice. It's different, but why I love him. I love Gavin because, as I said, he is an amazing person. He's extremely nice. I think he's like probably the best person I know. He's been treating me, he's been teaching me to be a much nicer person, because I have my days when I'm like uptight and mean to him, and he just handles it extremely well. He's really patient, and yeah, I couldn't ask for a better person. Why do you love me, B?
All right.
I guess you don't.
I love her because she's teaching me how to, be more of a man to her. And she's just teaching me, she's just helping me to be in a relationship, and what it feels like to be in a relationship with a really good and a really amazing person. And just her being here and supporting me in everything, and never telling me not to do the wrong thing, or convincing me. Like, she's just a really good overall spirit, and she's very just bright, and and usually always happy. But she, as I said, she's very strong. She is very strong in her voice, and in real life. I was surprised she could actually pick me up and carry me, which that doesn't happen to me a lot. And do you think I'm gonna let my guy friends carry me? Nope. But I guess I'll let her carry me sometimes. But she's very strong in her voice and her opinions, and that's what drew me to her. I don't think I could date a girl that was quiet and couldn't speak up for herself. And I actually say how it's attractive for her to stand up for herself.
The most challenging thing about being in an interrelation, the most challenging thing about being in an interracial relationship, is I'd say just like societally, just dealing with everything that comes with it. Of course, I would say being up north, we have that benefit of it being not as bad, but yeah, just like the social background of it all. It's unfortunate social climate that we live in and everything, but it hasn't stopped us from dating. We just got the 7 months. But yeah, I'd say that's the hardest thing. What do you think is the hardest thing?
The hardest thing being in an interracial relationship is, I'd say, just kind of like under. I'm trying to look for a thought in the air. I'll tell you when I find it. But it's just trying to understand, like, other people and why they have prejudice against us, and why it's just trying to understand it, how you fit in society. I mean, it's not like it's awkward or uncomfortable. It's just trying to understand what other people would have a problem with, and wanting to feel like not wanting to feel like you're an outcast for like dating race. But I've never had a problem with it. But if that would be the hardest. Honestly, I'm just very comfortable. I'm trying to come up with something that I would feel uncomfortable, but I'm really, really comfortable, and I don't see any problems with us being in a relationship.
Oh, you can read this one.
Oh, this is something we kind of fight about a lot. Not in a bad way, of course, but who is the dominant one? And she likes to like contest with me, and you know I don't appreciate it because obviously I'm the more dominant one, but she likes to, you know, spank my butt for no reason.
It's because he annoys me. Get me. Because he's annoying, guys, and I have to.
She just likes to get what she wants.
Don't interrupt me. I have to remind him that I'm in charge, guys. But anyway, everyone is gonna make fun of you because you have this phone.
There's nothing wrong with the phone. Just don't turn it around.
He also cracked his phone, guys. You see how cracked his phone is. I'm giving them the opportunity to roast you. This is an iPhone 4, guys. Roast him.
This is an iPhone 5.
Roast him, guys. It's a 5.
XL.
5 XL, guys.
Yup.
But okay.
Just experiencing all these new things with her, and just being able like to understand her beautiful hair. And it's just it's just like being able to do that and just like understand all about it.
You messed up my hair.
I mess up her hair constantly. I mess up a lot of things, you know, her makeup, her hair, her clothes. I just like messing her up and just
the best part I think of our relationship is he has become my best friend, guys. Like there are some days I feel totally alone, and I know I can like bother him. Like when I'm upset, he doesn't get sleep. I call him in the middle of the night and he has work the next day, and I'm like, babe, babe.
I don't have a problem with it either.
Yeah, he's my best friend. I bother him all the time. He's been there for like all my like bad moments since we've been dating. It's been hard. Like it wasn't like hard like dating him, but I've been going through like a rough time since we've been dating, just like family, just like starting college and all that. And he's been there to like soften the blow and make it better.
Yeah.
That's the best part of our relationship.
And we're both transitioning into adulthood, and there's gonna be a lot of stress. We've both had a lot of stress, and that's together I think we can get through it.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning into our being in an interracial relationship video. And for the record, we did match on purpose. Yes. But thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.
Bye.
Peace out.